Can organic seaweed cause herpes outbreaks? You know, that's a great question. I don't know. I love seaweed. I love eating seaweed. One of the things that I'd be aware of because a lot of the seaweed I see is preserved or cooked with seed oils. So it's not with coconut, olive, or avocado oil. And those seed oils can cause inflammation in our bodies. And the inflammation then could be a direct, like maybe it's something that your body's allergic to seed oils. Like my body is allergic to seed oils. Like I get, not allergic, but I get horrible stomach aches when I have seed oils. So that could be maybe what you're dealing with. I love seaweed too. I'm not sure if seaweed is high in arginine. That would be something I would Google. I obviously can't Google because I'm live with you right now, but that's a good question. The thing is, like, what triggers outbreaks? What doesn't trigger outbreaks? It's what triggers outbreaks for you. So for example, I've talked to people that tell me, gosh, grapes trigger outbreaks. And I was like, grapes? I've never heard. I'm like, well, then how many grapes are you eating? Are you eating the whole Costco thing, you know? So I think it really depends on your body. For me, eggplant triggers outbreaks. Right? Like, why eggplant? I love eggplant. I love baba ganoush. I love everything about eggplant. Like, I love a grilled eggplant. I love it. But for whatever reason, it triggers outbreaks in my body. I think my body must be allergic to it in some way. So for a lot of us, there are some foods that trigger outbreaks, obviously, right? So things like that are high in arginine, peanuts, nuts, chocolate, the coffee bean, not like the coffee bean, the store, but coffee bean. I have like the shakes, guys. I had popcorn, and I like my glucose what am I trying to say? Normally when I eat carbs, I eat a fiber before it. So I have like carrots, or I have bell peppers, or I have a salad, and I thought I was within the window of having lunch, and I was like, I want popcorn. And now it like all this, I have like a sugar load. I have a carb load. Other foods, coconut milk, coconut, like the flakes, can also trigger outbreaks. Things that are high in lysine. Walnuts are like the highest thing in lysine. Peanuts, for some reason, trigger outbreaks on people. Can you get cold sores on your ears? So here's the thing. You could technically get herpes anywhere in your body. Live may contain themes not suitable for younger audiences and has been age restricted. Okay, that's fine. So you can get herpes anywhere on your body. The HSV virus likes it orally. It likes it around the mouth. It likes it kind of on that border of your mouth and the rest of your skin. It also likes it down there genitally, okay? But just because it's, I'm going to get to your ear, but just because it's genital, right, doesn't mean it's on your genitals. It can be on your buttocks. It can be on your hamstring. It can be on your inner thigh. It can be below your belly button. Now that is not necessarily your genitals, right? So back to your ear. It's not going to be common to get cold sores or herpes in your ear, but herpes runs along the nerves. So if the nerve happens to run along, and it may or may not, I don't know, I'm not an expert in that, it could have potentially like jumped and traveled. So you'll see sometimes, thank you for all the like Easter eggs, guys, I appreciate that. You'll see people sometimes if they like get a cold sore, it'll start and it'll kind of travel, or maybe you've noticed that genitally or whatever, like you'll get an outbreak and it just kind of travels. In fact, for me, I get them on my tailbone, and if you were to look at my tailbone, it's left little scars and it's kind of left like a little line. So yeah, it travels along the nerves. So can you get it on your ear or in your ear? Yes. Is it common? No, it's not common at all. People do sometimes get them inside their nose. You can have ocular herpes. You can have herpetic whitlow on your fingers, but it's definitely not very common to get them. I mean, I haven't heard of anyone getting them in their ears. However, there was someone in our support group that was wondering if what he had around his ear was a herpes outbreak. Like, you can dig deep, 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 deep. I would say learn what it is for your body. How does it impact you specifically? You know, like, do you get outbreaks when you, like me, and eat eggplant? Okay, cool. Do you not? Can you eat peanut butter and not get outbreaks? Like, are you a college student that just, that's your life, that's your diet? Cool. Then keep doing it. Don't feel like you have to change because you now have herpes. That's what happens a lot. People are like, oh my gosh, I heard that walnuts cause outbreaks and I better not eat them. I personally eat walnuts every day. You know, for me, that one's okay. I don't eat a lot, but I do have them daily. Is it okay to drink decaf coffee, or is it still the same to get an outbreak? So caffeine and the coffee bean are two different things. So the coffee bean itself contains arginine. So whether there's caffeine or zero caffeine, it's the bean that has arginine. Now, caffeine can trigger outbreaks in a roundabout way, because basically when you are on I feel like I'm on one now because I have like a carb load because I ate so much popcorn. Sugar really affects me, you guys. It's pretty embarrassing and pretty lame with my carb load. I think I have to go for a walk to like get this out of my body. Anyways, back to the caffeine. Is when you have an increase of caffeine, it puts your body into the fight or flight state. And when you're in your fight or flight state, your body is not in the rest and digest. When you're in rest and digest, your body's able to focus on other things. So when you're stuck in fight or flight, that can cause inflammation. That can cause prolonged illness. That can, if you're stuck in it for a long time, it can cause illnesses. It can cause autoimmune issues. It can cause lots of other things, which I won't get into because I'm not an expert in that. But when you're in fight or flight, which is a good thing at times, we do need fight or flight. So I don't want to be like, oh, I can never have beef. No, we do need it. If you're walking across the street and a van's coming at you, or a bus or whatever, you need to be able to move quickly, right? Or if you are in actual danger, you need to be able to react quickly. You need the blood to leave your brain and go to your legs and make you react quickly. Caffeine, your body doesn't know the difference between a cup of coffee and literally crossing the street and not looking both ways and a bus coming at you. Your body doesn't know the difference. So when you're on coffee all the time, your body is constantly in a fight or flight, which little by little by little creates inflammation. Little by little by little, that's where your body's not able to rest and digest, meaning it's not able to focus on your immune system. Your immune system kicks off when you're in fight or flight. That was just a really long answer for you. Someone, is it Claria? It says that yours come right before your period. Yeah, a lot of us get outbreaks right before our periods, or has to do with our menstruation, either right before, during, or right after, or when we ovulate. The reason why is a couple of reasons. One, as a female, our primary biological goal every 28 days is to get pregnant, right? Whether you want to or not, that's just what your biological role is. That's what it's trying to do. So every month your hormones ramp up, they go down to ovulate, they ramp up, and you have that window when you ovulate, and then they filter out for your menstruation and they get going again, right? So your hormones continue to change. So your body goes into different reactions. It's like, okay, my focus right now is to get pregnant. That is my focus. I'm going to focus on that. I can't be bothered with the HSV virus. I can't be bothered with a cold virus. I can't be bothered with it. So your immune system, an entire body is focusing on conception. So that's why it takes its focus off, right? It's a distraction for it. Some things that you can do, some things that I do, knowing, hey, I'm going to be doing like either, hey, I kind of get them around my ovulation, or hey, I tend to get them when I travel, or hey, I tend to get them when I do these things, right? Is I will uptake my supplements. I will take more lysine. I will take, and this is me, I can't recommend, I can't recommend to you, but I take more lysine. I make sure my immune system is boosted prior, maybe some more vitamin C, maybe I spend some more time grounding, maybe I spend some more time in the sunshine to get some natural vitamin D. But these are things I personally do. I try to take care of myself and do what I can do to be ready for those times. Would it make sense to drink coffee with a lysine vitamin? No one's ever said that, and that's awesome. Like a little, instead of like bullet coffee, it's lysine bullet coffee. Here's the thing, what I was saying earlier, So Coco, if you're not getting outbreaks, there's no reason to change. If you don't know why you're getting outbreaks and you're like, I just can't figure it out, then I would try to test some different things. If you love coffee, if coffee is your jam, if it's like, I want an IV of coffee every single, like it's my thing, I don't think you should change it because that's what makes you happy. Now, when I was in college, I would drink like 3 to 4 ventis a day. Okay, that's not good. Everybody knows that. So if I were talking to the college Alexandra, the 22-year-old Alexandra, I would say, Alexandra, maybe get 1 venti, okay? So for you, like if you love coffee, if you're like, I just have it because it's social and I'm supposed to have it, then yeah, maybe cut it out. Got diagnosed 3 years ago, haven't had an outbreak since, not doing anything to prevent it either. That's awesome, baby girl. A lot of people, are jealous of you, but most of the people are asymptomatic when it comes to HSV. Most people don't get outbreaks when it comes to HSV. And that's why it's so common, and that's why it gets transmitted, and that's why we don't know, that's why it just continues. It's like a wildfire. That's why it just continues. It's because people are asymptomatic and don't know they have it. Why would you get tested for something you don't have symptoms for? You know what I mean? I caught herpes at the same time I got HFM, so I didn't realize it was separate until I had lip sores. I don't know what HFM is. I really struggle with them frequently in college. Luckily now I don't stress as much. And when I do, okay, so college, it can be stressful. Because it's just the time in your life. You want to party, you got to take tests, you are under pressure. It's that time in your life. I would say if you can, as a college student, anything you can do to eat a clean diet, which I know is hard because it's Taco Tuesday, it's Wine Wednesday, it's Thirsty Thursday, and it's free beer night at the frat house on Friday. Like, I get it. You know, it's pizza at 2 a.m. I went to college too, so I get it. But anything you can do to have the cleanest diet as possible is going to help you. As far as stress, if you can set aside 10 minutes, 30 minutes would be awesome. But 10 minutes, that's just to yourself. Maybe you journal, maybe you sit outside, maybe do breath work. That's going to help get you out of your fight or flight. And that's going to help get you out of this state of like anxiety. That's what's helping cause your outbreaks. You're so pretty. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I still haven't been able to identify my symptoms. I just know I haven't had a known outbreak. That's good. If you haven't had an outbreak, I wouldn't worry about it. Like, I wouldn't change it. Does lysine make it help or make it worse? Lysine helps. Lysine is an essential amino acid. It's a protein that helps block the replication of the HSV virus. So when the herpes virus is in our system, what fuels the virus is another essential amino acid called arginine. So arginine basically allows it to replicate. If you guys look at my videos, I've been posting a series on lysine, so you can check them out. I'll post another one today, but you can check it out. Anyways, so you want a higher lysine to arginine ratio in your body so that you're not replicating the virus as rapidly as you could be. Or if you do have an outbreak, it's helping speed up the recovery internally. A lot of times we think like, oh, let me put something topical on. Well, there's also things internally. So when I have outbreaks, I try to eat a high lysine diet. I try to eat a low arginine diet. Sometimes I'm annoyed. I'm like, F it. I'm just going to have chocolate and wine. And if that's what makes me happy, then that's what makes me happy. I think a lot of it is like, what makes you happy? What do I recommend along with lysine? I think it starts with mono. I can't remember. Okay, so I can't recommend, right? I'm not a doctor. What I do, what I take, what helps me personally with herpes outbreaks are lysine, monolaurin, and andrographis. They are my non-negotiables. They're in my toolkit. Monolaurin is lauric acid. It's what is found in human breast milk. It's what's found in our mother's milk. This helps with bacteria. This helps with viruses. So specifically when we're talking about the HSV virus, This helps disrupt the outer layer of the HSV virus. It's an enveloped virus. It means it has an outer shell that makes it hard for our immune system to penetrate and fight it. This helps disrupt that outer shell, that outer layer. So now our fighter T cells can go in and do their job. So this is good for HSV. Now I mentioned bacteria. So this is also a natural way of a preservative. Did I say that right? I don't know. That's a natural preservative, and my throat's really dry. It's used in a lot of products that you already consume. Any organic product is probably going to have monolaurin on it. It's used to spray produce, in the travel, so that one rotten apple doesn't spoil the whole bunch. So this is something that has been really helpful and a game changer overall. And again, it's something that we all consumed if we were breastfed. Those are not from mother's milk, by the way. Those are from coconuts. Hi, friends. Hi. Guys, thank you for the follows. I see I have some follows. I got 1, 2, 3. I got a share. I really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Like I said, I do this because I didn't want to feel alone when I was first diagnosed. And if I could have found me in 2011, it would have been a trajectory of a difference. I probably wouldn't have stayed in my Eeyore phase, which Eeyore has the rain cloud over him. I wouldn't have been in Eeyore for 2 years, and I would have probably snapped out of it earlier. So I do this because I don't want you to feel that way. I don't want you to be stuck. I don't want you to feel like your life is over. I don't want you to think that you can't move on. Any last questions, you guys, before I hop off? You had to work. Oh, hand, foot, and mouth. Girl, I got hand, foot, and mouth. Dude, I was like, WTF was that shit? Like, I got it with my little boy. I got it from my little boy didn't get it. My husband didn't get it. I was at a park, obviously, or something, and I got hand, foot, and mouth. And I was like, what is this? And it was literally like the Snow White witch of like, here's an apple, literally, right? That was crazy. So I read up that brown rice causes an outbreak, so white rice is the best to eat. Again, Coco, whatever works for you and whatever works for your body, maybe brown rice triggers it for you, and it might not for somebody else, So it just depends on everybody. I wouldn't say one's good, one's bad. It's what works for you. Now, there are some major triggers. Peanuts, nuts, coconut milk, coconut, chocolate, coffee, alcohol. Like those are like the top ones, but like I love wine, like I still have it. So thank you for helping me. If I ask too many questions, no, you're not asking too many questions. I eat clean now. I haven't had a breakout in a long time. That's awesome, Hannah. What do you recommend along with lysine? I think it starts, oh yeah, I talked about that. You found out last year in August. Yeah, I hear ya. For those of you that if you have not heard of my community, Life with Herpes, this is the name of the handle here, Life with Herpes. There are thousands of blog posts, thousands of resources. I am like a plethora of resources because I feel like there's so many different ways. I have thousands of videos on TikTok. I mean, there's just so many ways to support. There is a private community called The Secret Society. There's just many ways for you to get involved and find support. So that really is my goal here. If you're a video person, watch these videos. If you're a live person, join the lives. If you're a read person, read the blog. You know what I mean? Like there's just so many different ways to go about it. All right, my friends, I'm going to pop off. I just wanted to jump on the Sunday. I'm going to go be a mommy. Maybe I'm going to go for a walk because I've got to get all this glucose out of my body because I'm like, you love all my products. Thank you. I love that. Yeah, I love that you love them. Thanks, Coco. Okay, I hope everyone has a great Sunday afternoon. Bye, friends.